Hey, how's everyone doing today? Today you are with Rose on Edge, which is we are against child abuse, child sexual abuse, child exploitation. Um, so I'm going to go through about 4 or 5 recent stories in the news right now about improper activity with teachers and their students. The first one that I have up today, it's a Texas teacher who was fired for improper relationship with a 13-year-old girl. Absolutely disgusting. 56-year-old teacher from Southside Independent School District in Texas is behind bars. The San Antonio police arrested Ernest Herrera, 56 years old, after he told authorities that he had been speaking with a 13-year-old victim for several weeks. 56 years old with a 13-year-old. That's a 43-year age gap. Absolutely disgusting. They developed a relationship, and he went on to say that they touched and they kissed. Well, needless to say, he was fired from Loyosa Middle School and held in the Bexar County Jail on a $75,000 bond, and he has been charged with 1 count of improper relationship between an educator and a student. Okay, we have another one here. A Bay District teacher arrested facing child pornography charges. A longtime Bay District teacher was arrested after investigators say they found him in possession of child pornography. The suspect is Chad Everett Wallace of Lynn Haven. Police said Chad emailed himself more than 200 images of nude children. Investigators said he did this over a span of 10 years, starting in 2013, and Wallace admitted to police that, what he had did, and he was a teacher at Walsingham Academy in Panama City Beach. He's been placed on leave and will not be returning to the campus. Wallace is charged with possession of child pornography and is being held on a $50,000 bond. Here we go with another one. We have Pierce County teacher arrested on charges of child molestation. A Key Peninsula teacher has been arrested after allegations of misconduct involving young students. Deputies with the Pierce County Sheriff's Department arrested the 5th grade Evergreen Elementary teacher, and the allegations concerned molestation or groping by the 34-year-old teacher. Detectives assigned to the case investigated immediately, while the teacher was removed from the school during the investigation. There was an email sent from the school district that stated allegations concerned boundary invasions, verbal statements, and potentially touching. I am sure, like me, every alarm bell has gone off in your head, and I want to assure you that the safety, well-being of our students is not just a priority. It is the foundation upon which our schools operate. The teacher was booked into the Pierce County Jail on charges of child molestation. And like I said, these are all very recent stories, all within the last few days. It angers me that there's this many, not just people, but teachers who are taking advantage of their young students. That's what every one of these stories is teachers who've taken advantage of their students. It's absolutely disgusting. We have another one here. Former Northern California teacher pleads no contest to sex with students. A former teacher in Gridley, California, pled no contest to having sex with a teenage student in June of 2021. The former teacher, Michelle Solis, changed her plea during a preliminary hearing. The district attorney said the former teacher friended the student on Instagram and messaged him in the weeks before his 8th grade graduation, including sending him 4 explicit photos before having intercourse with him in a locked classroom the day of graduation. Police began investigating in October of 2023 after rumors and copies of the photos began circulating in the community, and the former teacher was arrested the following month. The DA said that as part of the plea deal, the former teacher would be registered as a sex offender and could face up to 4 years in prison. Her sentencing is scheduled for June 6, 2024. And we have one out of the Florida Times. A former Douglas Anderson teacher pleads guilty to sex misconduct with student. Former Douglas Anderson School of the Arts teacher Jeffrey Clayton pled guilty Wednesday to misconduct with a student that could put him behind bars and that sparked a review of years of complaints about faculty behavior. Jeffrey Clayton, 66 years old, was arrested in March of 2023 after the 16-year-old girl showed police records of about 1,700 texts, 1,700 texts between the two, which a police affidavit mentioned your steamy, honey sweet lips. Over the last 8 months, Clayton pled guilty to all 4 criminal charges. He actually wrote to her, your hot, steamy lips. 66 years old. He is charged with 4 criminal charges he faced and 3 scheduled for sentencing June 14th. The counts could together carry a maximum sentence of 40 years behind bars. That's better. 40 years. Let's hope he gets 40 years. These other people who are getting 2, 3, 4, 5 years, no. That's not enough time. You need to be in there for a long time and think and contemplate about what you're doing to children. Prosecutors charged Clayton with 2 second-degree felonies, each punishable by 15 years in prison, based on a statute that forbids teachers engaging in sexual conduct with students as well as seeking or engage in a romantic relationship with students. He was also charged with lewd or lascivious touching of a 16-year-old and using a portable phone to carry out the illegal acts. Both are third-degree felonies carrying terms of up to 5 years behind bars. A state attorney's office statement said that Douglas Anderson student had gone to a one-on-one singing lesson. He went to a one-on-one singing lesson and professed his romantic feelings for her before he rubbed her thighs and leaned in to kiss her multiple times. The girl later told a friend, which led to police and the Department of Children and Family Services being contacted. State law does not set a minimum mandatory sentence for the charges Clayton admitted to. An agreement opposing attorneys worked out lets the career educator seek a downward departure from normal sentencing rules. But the agreement also lets other female students who talk to investigators about their involvement with Clayton deliver victim impact statements. Summarizing the agreement in court, it mentions 7 of those people, all referred to only by their initials, said that Clayton's sentence could include restitution to at least one of them. The judge also said Clayton's sentence could include some term probation, asking the defendant to verify he had seen the list of 18 conditions placed on probation for sex offenders. The conviction could also cost Clayton his retirement pay, as well it should. Clayton retired after his arrest last year, but the charges against him triggered waves of reactions by Douglas Anderson alumni and students and parents who said they had complained before about faculty misconduct, but the problem had not been addressed. In addition to his prosecution, the school district review Clayton's arrest was followed by a federal lawsuit by another former student. The former student, now an adult, says her suit against the district, not to Clayton, that he had sexually harassed, degraded, and touched her body inappropriately during school hours. The plaintiff said she and other students had written statements back in 2019 to help a school district employee investigating complaints about Clayton, but he had been allowed to return to his role at the school. The lawsuit is still pending. That's all I'm going to do for you today. It just disgusts me. It disgusts me so much. If you have any comments, please leave them down below. If you like the new channel that we have and the stories that we're doing, please go ahead and hit that thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel, as that will help me grow. And let's get the word out there about these disgusting people. Disgusting people. Until later, peace out. Bye.